What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing our next throwback review for The Walking Dead Season 2. This is going to be Season 2, Episode 11, called Judge, Jury, Executioner. Now, this episode is a really weird episode for the series. Something about this episode felt really off, this episode, I don't know, Season 2 for me is a great season, but this episode has some problems. First of all, spoiler warning, of course, but this is an old episode. The death of Dale, I don't know, it was weird, because of course we have heard, over the years that he actually wanted to be killed off, so they killed him off. And it felt really out of place, and it felt like it actually felt, like it was like unexpected, like it was at the last minute that they decided to do this, I don't know. It was pretty weird, but the death itself was weak. I didn't like the death of Dale in this episode. I thought that in the comic book series, it was a better interpretation. They should have went that route, to be honest with you. But, we had some other things going on. They were deciding what they're going to do with Randall. So let's just get started with, the beginning to end. So basically, we have Daryl, and he's punching, Randall in the barn, trying to get information. And he does. He gets information that Randall has 30 men, and that they will come looking. Now they're trying to figure out what are they going to do. Are they going to kill him? And Dale, everybody around the barn, around the farm, Dale's kind of walking around, talking to everybody, seeing what their opinions are on the situation. And everybody's basically turning him down, and basically saying, it's Rick's decision. And if we have to, put him down, then, that's what we have to do. And, of course, they do have the conversation. So, then we have Dale, he's like, so we're gonna, kill a man to prevent a crime that he may never even attempt, And, then they start talking about, well, we can't just have him walking around, and Lori's like, nah, I wouldn't feel safe, and all this stuff. And everybody's kind of giving their piece, and, they're kind of all, some of them are most of them are saying we gotta put him down. But Dale is the only one that is saying this group is broken, he says it to Daryl, because Daryl says it to him, and he's like, this group is broken, And then he kind of decides to leave, and that would have been interesting, maybe to see him take off for a while, maybe come back into the store. I don't know, they could have done something like that, because having him die, I thought, was really weird. But, of course, earlier on, we got Carl at the swamp, and, you got all that stuff, and he kind of feels responsible for it. But I really like the development they did with Carl in this one, and he thinks it's his fault, and, all this kind of stuff. But, his death was sad. Rick can't even put him down, and he can't kill Randall, too, because, Shane's, like, right there, and he's like, do it, and, he's like, take him away, because Carl's, watching it, and he's like, do it, Dad, do it, and, he doesn't want Carl to see that, so what he decides to do is just say, take him away, now, the Rick from these days, would he have done it? That's a good topic. Would he have killed Randall like season 6 or 7 Rick? I think he would have, to be honest. Rick, at this time in the series, is kind of still a good guy, I feel like. And I would say I think Rick turns into Rick, like Rick, the Rick that we know around the end of this season. When he kills Shane, I think that's when Rick turns into like that Rick-tatorship type of Rick, character. But his death was sad, sorry brother, that type of deal. It was sad, you got the death of Dale in there, and man, it was sad. But I just thought they could have kept him around. I thought that was terrible that he wanted to leave, the show. This episode kind of felt like filler, I would say. I didn't really enjoy this episode too much. I really liked Dale. I wish that he didn't really want to be killed off, because he was a great character and all that kind of stuff. So, but I want to mention another thing, too, is that I really thought that this episode was good for the story, because, we always will remember Dale, But I thought for how he died, I thought could have been handled better. I guess that's what I'm saying. And the whole Randall thing, that's a good thing, though. Would Rick have killed him, in Season 7 timeline? I think he would have. I really do think. He would have pulled the trigger. I think easily. Yes, even in front of Carl, I think he would have. Back then, I think Rick was a little bit more edgy, yeah, I think so. So, anyway, make sure to write your comments below about this episode, and I will see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video.